All right. So with us today, we have Bobby and Sydney from InvestEAP. They are the ones that administer our EAP benefit, and they're going to tell you all about that. So I'm going to pass the mic over to Sydney.
Good morning. Oh, good afternoon. It's lunchtime, right? It's noon. Yeah, good morning. Good afternoon, everybody. Glad you could join us. I am going to lead you through a little orientation on your EAP benefits and how InvestEAP can help you with all kinds of matters that come your way, whether it's work-related or personal. So let me share my screen with you, and we'll get started. As Clark mentioned, I'll be going through this today, but we will have time for Q&A. So Bobby and I will be more than happy to answer your questions. All right, so InvestEAP, we're going to talk today just, what is an EAP if you're not familiar with what it is, what kind of benefits you get with your EAP, some examples of why you would use EAP, our services and resources. Also a little bit of information about how you access us. I'll be taking you over to our website too, so you can see all the resources there. And then of course, any kind of questions that you might have, we'll have time for that. All right, so EAP stands for Employee Assistance Program, and InvestEAP is Vermont based. So we're local to you, and we're a nonprofit organization serving you. You get, as a result of the membership, you get free and confidential short-term solution-focused counseling resources and support for you and anyone in your household. So I just want to break this down for you to make it a little bit easier to understand. All right, so whenever you use EAP resources and services, you pick up the phone and call us, right? It's free, right? No copay involved. There's no fees involved. Right, and it's always confidential too. So whenever you reach out to us or use our website, nobody knows unless you tell them. All right, so please know that it's completely confidential when you use our resources and services. We offer the short-term solution-focused counseling. So depending on the reason that you contact us and talk to a counselor, you may get 1 or 2 sessions, you could get 5 or even more, but you'll know up front. Your EAP counselor will let you know how many free sessions you get. And if it's determined you need longer term counseling and longer term care, your EAP counselor will help you get connected with longer term services. Right, so we're a great place to start, even for referrals. If you know you need longer term counselors, start with us. We'll be a free resource for you to help you get connected with the right type of people. All right, and if you do need longer term counseling, your healthcare benefits would kick in at that point. And again, your EAP counselor will walk you through, sort of take you by the hand and help you understand what that means. All right, so you're not doing that on your own and figuring it out on your own. And then our resources and support for you, but they're also for your household members. So that means anyone living under your roof. It could be a spouse or a partner. Perhaps you have parents living with you or adult children as well, or just an apartment mate. They don't have to be a relative. So anyone who's living under your roof get these free benefits also. So it's particularly when I take you to the website, I'll show you a page where you can share this information with your household members. These are just examples of our core services, but we'd want you to know that whatever comes your way in life, we say if it's on your mind, give us a call. Just like you use family and friends to lean on to talk things out with, you can use our EAP services and counselors to do the same. Right, so you don't have to wait to be in a crisis, or you don't have to wait for a problem to escalate and get really large. Call us early. When something's on your mind, even, you're just curious to learn about something or some resources that might be helpful to you. Or maybe you just need to talk out, you have to have a difficult conversation with one of your children or a partner or a family member or friend, and you can call us. We've had people call to talk about whether they should buy a house or not. They just needed to have a conversation with someone. So there's no reason not to call us. All right, we're there for you and with anything that comes your way in life. But let me point out the wellness and prevention topic too. So if you want to set a goal for yourself, or you want to take some proactive measures for wellness or even prevention, right, our EAP counselors can help you with that too. All right, so our motto is call us early, call us often. There's no limit to the number of times you can use us either, right? We don't want you to wait until your mind is in a tangle. All right, and just know that when you do call us, when you reach out and use this 888 number, you may talk to one or two people in the call center before you get connected with an EAP counselor. So there are counselors available at the 888 number, and sometimes it's kind of a one and done type of thing. You just need to have a conversation with someone, all right? But if it's not, you need some counseling, 1, 2, or more sessions, it's determined you need some longer term or short term counseling, you will receive the phone number of an EAP counselor that then you will reach out to that counselor and call them, all right? And that EAP counselor will talk to you about, your free counseling sessions. But just know when you call us, you might not get connected with our EAP counselor right away. You might get a referral and then a phone number to call. Okay, so from here, I'm going to switch over to our website. Clark, I know you're keeping an eye on the chat. Does anyone have any questions while we're switching over?
No one has put anything in the chat yet, but if you do have a question, feel free to unmute yourself and ask while we're switching over. That's fine.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so I don't hear anyone asking questions, but again, there'll be time at the end for questions that you might have. So here we're on the InvestEAP website, and the first thing you need to know is how to create your login, because you won't be able to get to our resources on the website until you're logged in. So up here on the upper right corner, you just click this create a login button. And now if you have household members who are interested in using the website, they'll create their own login. Don't share. So everyone gets their own. And you choose whatever email address you want to use, work-related or personal email address. Put in your own password, right? Make sure you remember it. And then your organization password, this is for you and your household members, is VTEAP. All right, it's not case sensitive. And you only need this organizational password one time to create the login, right? And then you can forget about it. But make sure you do share that with your household members. Check the box to sign up for our quarterly newsletters. They'll be emailed to you every 3 months. They're short reads, but very helpful. And then, of course, you create the login. Click on that button. Now let me sign in here so I can help you navigate through the website. I'm going to go back to our home page. All right, so I don't have a lot of time to show you every page, but first, let me just show you this benefits tab over here on the right. Right, this is where you can review all of your benefits, the type of resources. This is kind of just an overview, but share this with your household members as well. On the right over here, this featured video is a 6.5 narrated PowerPoint, similar to what I'm doing for you today. But again, share that with household members. We've got topics here. Again, we're not just limited to these type of topics and issues that you may need to address. And then we also have legal and financial consultations. You get a 30-minute free legal consultation and a 30-minute financial consultation with professionals. You do have to call us first to get the numbers of the financial or legal consultations. If you do want to speak to an attorney, right, it's a 30-minute free phone call. And if you decide you want to secure the attorney, hire them for whatever kind of legal issues you're trying to deal with, you get a 25% discount on legal services. So that's a really great benefit for you. Right. We offer child care resource information and elder care resource information and many more things. So I'm just going to share, for an example, we have these free confidential self-assessments. If you go to this tab here, you can see the different topics on the left side. We know everyone's well-being has been affected through COVID, so I'm just going to click on this well-being assessment. You can see they're just simple questions, multiple choice questions that you answer. And once you answer them, down at the bottom, you click a submit button and a score or a rating will pop up on the screen. Again, these are completely confidential for your eyes only. So whether you're concerned about, we know, again, people have been drinking a lot more as a result of COVID. If you're concerned about drinking too much, or if you have anger or anxiety, or you're concerned about depression, you can take any of these assessments and they're completely confidential. All right, so no one will know that you're doing them unless you tell them, unless you tell somebody. We have lots of resources on mental health, on family. So just for example, I'm going to take you to the Aging Parents tab here, and you can see, you can read about the topic. And then over on the right side, we vet a lot of information for you. They're external resources. They might be statewide or national. And you don't have to Google this information. You can just go to our website and look to see what we've posted for you. So we've got a lot of helpful resources. Okay, even, some of them are state of Vermont, but they can be other organizations too. Over here on the right side, this Need Assistance button also is that's an alternative way for you to contact us rather than using the phone number. You can fill out this online form. All right, make sure you leave your telephone number and whether someone can leave a message at the number. All right, there's even a box to just provide some specific information or requests that we'll try and accommodate you with. And then you'll receive a call from an EAP counselor. You may not hear from someone for a couple of days. If it's more than 3 days, you should reach out to us. I've never heard of anyone falling through the cracks this way, but we are not as responsive using the online form. All right, so if you really want to talk to someone, pick up the phone. You can check out these other tabs here. Again, lots of different topics. And let me take you over to our 2021 guidebook. All right, it's a separate web page website that we created once COVID started. And I'm just going to hover over this tab here. You can see for workplaces and managers, we have anti-racism, inclusive resources, political tensions and stress. Let me just click on the first topic here, the anti-racism, inclusive resources, just so you can see the type of resources we have here. So if you're interested in learning more about the topic, talking about race, or you can read, we've got videos and podcasts for you. We have information for business owners and managers, but also for employees, on how to communicate effectively and support each other and support people of color and Black people. Even information from parents and kids if you'd like to do something at home with your family, right? And resources, again, for supporting and centering people of color and Black Indigenous people. All right, so again, I'm just going through this quickly, but it just gives you an idea of all the resources that we have. All right, home and families, the mental health and stress tab, we have a lot of information on our main page, but particularly if you're interested in some resources on resiliency and stress reduction, you can see some of our information here. So for example, 6 strategies for building resilience, right? Some people like to have tools in their toolbox and learn, how to be better at self-care. So our resources on our website can help you do that, right? And then of course, pick up the phone and call EAP too. And let me also mention here these virtual workshops and wellness events that we have. Every month we have a free lunch and learn. So this Friday coming up, we have a lunch and learn called Finding Joy in the Small Things, right? It's only 30 minutes, but make sure you register, click on the register tab. We can take up to 300 people. We've never gone over that at any point, but do register if you're interested. Family members, I should say household members, can also join and register for themselves. It starts at noon. It's 30 minutes. It's free. And then we've started this. We just had this past Friday a morning movement session, but coming up December 3rd, the first Friday of every month. It's usually at 8:30 a.m. Just come join us for 30 minutes. You can learn, for example, the one in December is an intro to Pilates. The one we just had was sort of a fun, energize and activate when you're at work or at home, just different, very simple ways to increase your circulation and move your body when you're if you're sitting at your computer all day. So we'll be adding more topics to these. So if any of these interest you, know that we'll be adding more soon coming up. Okay, so I'm going to stop sharing that. I'm going to just quickly take you back to the PowerPoint and wrap this up. All right, so moving forward, we ask that you try us. Pick up the phone, see what it's like to reach out to EAP, the process getting connected with an EAP counselor. Sometimes you might just need to role play a conversation or a difficult conversation you have to have with someone, or again, talk about the pros and cons of a decision you have to make. And if you try us and you're willing to share with others, with other staff members or even household members that you use us, you don't necessarily have to tell them why you called, but let them know that you reached out to us and let them know what it was like. Because the more we can admit to reaching out for help and normalizing, using EAP, the better, right? We all need help. We all lean on friends and family, and you can lean on EAP too. So we want to normalize using this free and confidential benefit. All right. Make sure you go to our website and create a login. Share the videos that I showed with you on the benefits tab. And then you can follow us on social media too. We're on Facebook and Twitter. So if you want to take a quick snapshot of this, Clark, I don't know if you have the flyers, but I can certainly email you a flyer on how to create a login and just some general information.
We do have those, thank you.
Okay, great. So then you can pass them on. Okay, so I'm going to stop sharing this. And if anybody has any questions, Bobby
has been jumping into the chat and answering the questions there, I think. But just one question that came up is, are the morning movement videos recorded and available afterwards? Because 8:30 can sometimes be difficult to attend.
Yes, yeah, that is a good question. I didn't mention that. So we don't record these sessions because they're not technically a webinar and we can't guarantee privacy or anonymity. So people join and they just keep their videos muted, but unfortunately we don't record them at this point in time.
Yeah, we have been consistent.
Bobby, I'm having a difficult time hearing you. I don't know if everybody else is.
Sorry, yeah,
there we go.
Sometimes happens. But yeah, so yeah, while we aren't recording them right now, we have been pretty consistent in offering them and at least doing one per month. So if you do miss one, there's always another opportunity the next month to get the next one.
Yes, every month we're offering the morning session and an afternoon session. So you can go back to our website and see. We'll be posting more topics soon.
And so far, that's the only question in the chat right now. If anyone else has a question that they would like to ask in person, feel free to unmute and ask or throw it into the chat.
I recently did an orientation, and there was a manager of a private business who said that she just had a baby, and she said that she has many family members who are not getting vaccinated. And so she said she was going to call EAP, use EAP to talk out, like, you know, how do you deal with that? How do you manage or talk to your family members about your concerns with a new baby and wanting to visit and wanting to see family members, particularly over the holidays? So, you know, that's just another example of how you can use EAP as a resource.
Absolutely. Thanks, Sydney.
All right. Well, it doesn't look like anyone is coming in with any more questions. So I think we can start to wrap it up. So thank you very much, Sydney. That was very, very helpful, very, very thorough. I think, you know, EAP is one of those benefits that you know, on one hand, you know, more utilization, you know, isn't necessarily what we're pushing for, but, you know, I'd like to see more people use it in the sense of use it in a good and helpful, and meaningful way. And I think that it is underutilized. So I think it's really important to let employees know what EAP actually does for the employees and their families and anyone else that they live with. And I think you really laid that out quite well. So thank you very much. Thank you also for everyone that came and listened in. And this recording will be available on the website with all the others as soon as possible as well.
Thank you.
Thank you. Have a great day.